Paige,
Hi, Jim.
how are you?
I am so good. How are you?
I'm fantastic, thank
Awesome.
you. I've got one, and this is going to be the opposite of self-serving
Okay.
because I'm going to talk about phishing testing and the fact that it doesn't work. And
All
I
right.
know this sounds crazy because Stickley and Security offers phishing testing. It's a small part of our business, but we do offer it. And
Yep.
now I'm going to say it's crap. Um, and here's the thing. I started reading some studies, and I was reading studies because I was looking to see, let's justify why phishing testing is so important. And all the studies are actually saying the opposite thing. And over and over, there's you can go and look yourself. There's studies that have like 17,000 people, 12,000 people. There was one that was just done here locally in San Diego, and where they even have ones where they take and do like half the staff get phishing tests and half the staff don't. And then they watched over a year to see, okay, how big of an impact did it have?
Mm-hmm.
And it's having like 2% impact. It's having like literally no like rounding error impact, where it could have just been those people didn't do it just because of luck. So
Yeah.
to me, it's not that I think phishing tests are bad or wrong, even though a lot of it's showing that people are actually just learning what the tests look like and then fall victim to other ones because they're expecting them to all look the
Right.
same.
So they're expecting the generic type test. So that's what they're used to. So when it comes to an actual phishing email, then they're going to fall for it because
Yeah.
they're testing themselves towards what they're
Yes,
used
they're
to.
actually training them to this small widget view. And no matter how much, because there's large companies that this is all they do. They just do phishing type testing.
Right.
And they're good at that. But they all still have a very, very similar feel that you can learn very rapidly, and people do. And there was also things that in the studies that were saying like phishing tests, because then large organizations that have this going on, all these employees start reporting, hey, I'm getting this, I'm getting this. So then the actual help desks are getting blown up with all of these fake phishing tests that aren't even real.
Mm-hmm.
And that's distraction. And there's all sorts of other things. But to me, here's what it comes down to. Most people hear the term education and awareness. They talk about it, and people think it's one and the same. And I don't. I think education is, I teach you, here's what phishing is in general. Here's what smishing is. Here's what these big security concepts are. And I teach you about that. That's not awareness, though. To me, awareness is every single week, shit happens. Bad things happen. And now we need to be aware of those. And so if you're just giving your staff once a week a quick little hit, just a quick email that just says, hey, right now, criminals are targeting people by sending this, or we're seeing an uptick in this, or there was a new scam that was reported on this. Short, sweet, just here's what it is, here's how it impacts you, and here's what you could do to detect it and not fall victim. That's awareness. And I think if you're just maintaining those, you're drastically reducing your risk.
Agreed. And I will say, this is where on the other side, people will be, well, I don't know where to get the content. I don't have time to, I'm wearing all these other hats. Where do I get the content? And that's where personally I rely on newsletters. So I subscribe to a number of them. Listen, I would say they are free. And I would say this, even if you're sitting here or not, but I love the Stickley on Security emails. It's not even, it's what, once a week, maybe once every few days.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh, every Tuesday. Thank you for telling me that. I love it because there's snippets. I love how it's short and it's sweet. There's visuals a lot of the time, which I think as a visual learner, I love that. So
I didn't mean to make this into an ad for me, but no. That's
I know that's not what it meant to be. But here's the deal: is that if that's your roadblock, is that you don't know what content to do, there are newsletters. Find your favorite person or group or company and
or multiple
get a few or multiple and give us some snippets. So that shouldn't be the issue, is that you can't find content or don't know what to share.
Yeah. And that's the thing. In like small companies, big companies, it's not about spending a ton of money for this data. There's so many places like that, all the stuff we were talking about, all that's free data. And it's just keeping your users aware, because also I think if you keep them aware, then they're not just aware of that one thing. It's keeping security in their mind every single week. Hey, there's this risk this week, but now I got this other weird thing. I'm already paranoid. I'm going to look at that as well and be more suspicious. So it's just, don't just get caught in this trap of, well, we do phishing tests, so now we don't have to worry about phishing with our staff anymore. They're good. Like, think outside the box a little and just know from what the studies are showing. And I'm sure someone else can show me now another study and go, oh, look, it's actually really wonderful. And maybe it is. Everybody can pay for a study to make it look the way they want it to look. We've seen that. But I'm going to trust that these are just random organizations, at least the studies I was reading. Because again, I went into it wanting to justify them and came out the other side going, I mean, again, I don't think it's bad to do them, but I don't think that they're curing the problem. And really, I think you can just look around. Companies are having breaches every day. It's always human-based. Odds are this is because it's not solving the problem.
Right. Well, great conversation per usual, and we'll talk to you later.
All right. Take it easy.
Bye.
Hey, everyone. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. If you have any questions, go ahead and just fill them out in the comments. I read every comment that's posted, and I'll be happy to either make a video answering your questions, or I might just message you directly to get you the information you need. Have a great day.